Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to my sketchbook. Let's get into it. Let's just go. We've got watercolor dinosaurs. I was at Goodwill and I did this with no reference. So there's that. Wham! Here's a little meet the artist page I did, which I actually really like. So that's on my Instagram if you want to like read the full thing, or you can like pause the video now and check that out. But that's me. Well, at least before I cut my hair not too long ago. And I just, you know me, I like birds. So there's that. Wham. Here's some stuff I did at a trivia night, which I haven't been to a trivia night in a minute. So there's just like monochromatic scenes that I pulled off of Pinterest. A little bit of pen on there too. Yeah. This was just like a coffee vessel I drew on a work label. This one I had a lot of fun drawing. This was based off of a dream I had where I was just like in this weird bathroom with like overlapping bathtubs and sinks, and everything was like white tile and covered in an orange goo. So that's what that is. I don't know why, but I really like this one. I really like the colors. It was just a lot of fun to do. It's fun when you don't have references sometimes. Like, I didn't even look up a bathtub. I was like, well, I know it's a rectangle, so that'll do. So there's that. This I did on, like, one of my work lunches. I was out in the parking lot because it was nice out, and I was just drawing the cars. Really like this little idiot. He's just kind of flipping off someone and his car is farting. There's that. Wham. So this was painting from observation. I was at Great River Landing Park, and actually I met the guy who made this sculpture not too long ago at a, like, art event that I was invited to, so that was really cool. He does a lot of, like, brass work stuff. Unfortunately, I don't remember his name right now. I've got a card somewhere, though. But yeah, he did a lot of bronze work, and his table was right next to mine at an event recently, so that was really cool. So there's that guy. This is just what I saw there. There were these two goldfinches that were on some branches, and then a red-winged blackbird, because those guys were everywhere. Little killdeer that I saw by the water. This is just like the trail leading into a longer trail with some forest. A couple of bees, because those guys are buzzing. So these, I didn't have a reference or anything. I was just like thinking of stone sculptures and statues that are like, how do I put this? Okay, so there's a Ghibli-inspired D&D type role-playing game that's come out not too long ago called Obojima, and I might have a friend group that's looking to play Obojima, so I was kind of like thinking of stuff from Obojima, like there's a bunch of spirits and little guys and whatever, and like shrines for stuff, so I was just drawing like little sprites and dudes. That's just with marker. And then just some like dragons and lions with my pen. Oh my gosh, May? Dude, we're in July. What even? So this was an art club meeting that I went to, so we have like a local group of artists that meets up that's part of the city. So we were just kind of like in a big grassy area at someone's house kind of chilling and drawing. So there was a guy sitting across from me, so I tried to paint him. And it's funny, this one I did an outline first, and this one I just went for it, and I feel like this one looks significantly better. I don't know, maybe because I'm not thinking so much about it, it just ends up working. No pencil, just pure going for it. This was a couple stumps that were in that meadow. Two other people that were like working on stuff. There was a girl drawing, and like this lady working on a big tapestry type looking thing. That was real cool. This thing was huge. Like, her loop was enormous. And she was just going to town. Here's the view from my feet at the event, because I brought a fold-out chair, and it did not work. So I ended up just sitting on the blanket with my boyfriend. And I didn't know what to draw, so I just did a quick sketch of my shoes and some of the plants I saw at my feet. So there's that. Kind of fun. I like that one. Here's some poses of like a person with a sword because I wanted to draw my Obojima character because she's gonna be like a sword lady. She's a paladin. This was... Okay. Here's some of our cat, Gilgamesh. This was my first cassette player that I bought off of Amazon that pooped out on me after like a week and ate one of my Blondie cassettes. So mad. Tossed that sucker in the trash. And I got a new cassette player, which I love, and I don't have it near me, but just know that it's awesome, and I'm very into cassettes right now. Here's like... This is a scene from Great River Landing as well. It's just, there's a train that goes through the park, and it's neat, and I just wanted a quick sketch. So there's that. Here I am. I'm embrace cassette, reject Spotify. I actually canceled my Spotify premium recently. I'm like, you know what? Spotify, we've had our run. You kind of suck now. And like, I was paying for Duo so me and my partner could have it. And I didn't realize it was like Duo Premium, so I was paying like $22 a month just for music. And the thing that made me the most mad was like, Spotify's algorithm kind of sucks. Hot take. It's just, the shuffle is really bad on it. And I was getting the same couple songs just playing over and over. And I was getting sick of it because I was like, I have like 5,000 songs liked or something. Some crazy big number. And the minute that I was not on premium, my shuffle improved so much. I'm like, I don't even care that I'm getting ads every like 4 songs. My shuffle is great now. And I don't really use my Spotify as much anymore because I have my cassette player. I've just started buying like cassettes for $2 here and there. And that's been kind of nice. Just like getting away from algorithms and like modern day tech. I really like cassettes. I feel more involved when I'm listening to a cassette. Sorry, I'm like going on a cassette tangent right now, but I'm really loving it. I'm loving cassettes, and I've actually made 2 mixtapes that are pretty okay. They're pretty alright guys? Anyways. So yeah. And I was thinking about playing some of my older games, so I was like, here's a Game Boy Advance. Okay. That's my rant. We're moving on. I drew this at my favorite coffee place, Bean Juice. It's just like a girl on a subway with a map behind her. I haven't drawn a person in a while, so I was like, yeah, let's do a quick little person. So to go with the cassette player, my partner has been really into like listening to radio plays or radio shows or stories or whatever. So we've been listening to a lot of like Gunsmoke and Suspense, and it's been sick. So I have just been like trying to be off my phone and drawing whatever's kind of happening in the episode, or just like a cool title card for it. So in Uncle Henry's Rose Bush, I think that was an episode of Suspense, Uncle Henry was like dead, and then there was a scary cat scene at one point, and he was tending his rose bush, and the aunt was being weird, and whatever. That was a poor description, but that's what happened. So, like, each episode is like 30 minutes long, and we've been doing like a radio hour tea time. So we just like drink tea for an hour, sit, chill, listen, draw. It's been really good. So the next couple pages are just stuff from that, where most of the time I'm not really using a reference, or I'm just drawing from observation, or just kind of like doodling. So yeah, check that out. These are some of the tea like wrappers, because he gets a couple free samples when he orders tea, so pretty good. I really liked, what is this? This one, Rent Free. I think it was a black tea. Hang on. Sun-dried black tea. Whatever the heck this was, delicious. I love that one. Don't really... Oh, it's a pu'er tea. I don't like pu'er teas. They're a little too earthy for me, and I like earthy, but that's a whole nother level. Do you have a favorite tea? Let me know. We're kind of like big into tea right now, like loose leaf and doing Gaiwan Gong Fu type stuff. If I mispronounce that, I'm sorry. I'm learning, you know? We're all learning. We're trying things. Here's just more drawings from that. Ooh, stuff's a little blurry on the edge here. Whatever. My watercolor set is in like an Altoids tin, at least my travel one. And then I got a new tube of paint that I really liked, so I was like, yeah, get in the tin. There's my partner drawing. There's our little goofy tea setup. Our sharing cup right now is like a measuring cup. It's a little silly. So yeah, Lamp Black by Winsor & Newton was the new paint I got, and oh, I love it, dude. I kind of like painting in just black and white. It's a little fun. So this is my boyfriend's teapot. He has a Yixing teapot that he really likes, and his teapot is mostly for like oolong teas, so he's been doing a lot of that. So yeah, Reedy Hour tea time. Sometimes I just pick a paper that I think is neat, and then I stick it in here. So that's what that is. It's like a tag off of a palette. Yeah, I just found it on the floor. Poorly drawn thing of me sitting in the back of a van. Better drawn thing of me sitting in the back of a van. So, my partner's car died, and his dad had to drive us back home. And he has a van, but it doesn't have any back seats in it. It's used for, like, hauling junk. But it does have a dog bed in there for, like, his dog. So I got to sit in the dog bed. So that's me. Yeah, we're all really cool. I like how this turned out. It was very fun. It was very fast, too. I feel like I'm getting way faster with drawing. Here's some just house sparrows. Between this and this, I was in Chicago for a bit, and then I was invited to an art show, so I actually had some good paintings, like, for that, and that was exciting. And I got to meet a bunch of other artists, and oh, it was a good time. I loved it. I loved it. I sold 2 paintings and, like, 25 stickers, so that was hype. I was very pleased. And maybe gained a commission? Who knows? I'm not entirely sure on that yet. Alright. Here's some birds. Oh, at my table I asked people, like, what's your favorite bird? And this was the list. So it was house wren, crow, sandhill crane, a bluebird. I don't think they meant a bluebird, so I just put that in. Cardinal, nuthatch, blue jay. I couldn't remember the rest, and then I was like, oh wait, shorebirds, because one person couldn't decide. And then someone said mallard, which is awesome, because I like mallards. Boop, mallard. I really like house wren, too. I saw a couple of them at the park today. A lot of people like nuthatches. I saw a couple tattoos of these guys, which was interesting. They have a famous pose where they're like heads looking up and they're on a tree. Yeah. Sandhill cranes. Those are kind of like in the area. Pretty neat. I'm a little surprised no one said great blue heron though, because we get a lot of those too. Oh, okay. I love this drawing. Everyone shut up for a minute. I love this drawing. Sorry, I'm gonna be really full of myself right here. This was like a guy holding a bunch of pigeons, and I loved how like just serene and calm he was, and he just looked so tender with all the pigeons. And I just like how this turned out. This was a blind contour, and I feel like it looked really good. Now this one, not so much. Same idea, different guy. I don't know, just wasn't reading well for me. But this one, I'm like, oh man, I want to get prints of that. Alright. Let's see if you can see the neon flowers. Some more blind contours. This one was flowers, because I haven't done those in a while. Some faces that turned out pretty fun. I really like this one and this one. Just kind of an interesting page to look at. Sorry, everything's like out of focus in this corner, but we'll get there. We'll get there, little guys. So now we're in July, so this is pretty recent. Got some people in motion. This was like sporty event people. So yeah, I like how this one turned out. They're all kind of fun. Blind contours are just fun, okay? And I was really jamming to get to the end of this, so that's why there's a lot of blind contours. Usually when I'm just like ready for a new sketchbook, I just start doing a bunch of sketches to finish it off. Here's like a pineapple in our cassette players. These are some of the like cheaper teacups that we got. That's Clint. There's an ugly butterfly challenge on Instagram right now, so I was trying to draw ugly butterflies. So none of these had a reference. This, I was just trying to remember how to draw a monarch. I asked my boyfriend what I should do to draw an ugly butterfly, and he was like, oh, draw Peter Lorre. So I tried to do Peter Lorre from memory, and I feel like that's not too far off. If you don't know who Peter Lorre is, he was just referenced in a bunch of cartoons from the 90s and like early 2000s. I don't even know who he is, to be honest. He has this really weird, creepy voice and a very specific looking face with like heavy eyelid action. I don't even know. He's a strange looking man. Look him up. It's Peter spelled normally and then Lorre. Just weird little guy, very fun. If you've ever seen Ren and Stimpy, I think Ren is supposed to be based off of him or something. So there's that. I've been seeing like a lot of reels on Instagram of like people pretending to be Southern women and like just being silly. So there's one of this lady who's like pretending she works at the Dollar General, and like a bunch of people from the World Cup come in and she's just being, you know, funny and Southern, if that makes sense. Hopefully that makes sense. You know, she's just being silly. I don't even know. God, I hope that doesn't sound bad. Like, I don't know. Guys, I don't even know. Anyways, here's more ugly butterflies. I don't even think they're that ugly. I think they're fun. This kind of reminds me of Beetlejuice for some reason. Maybe it's the swirlies. Couple more butterflies. Yeah, and these are with like crayons. There's a big boy butterfly. That one's kind of fun. And I think they wanted more butterflies like this, because once I started seeing posts of everyone else's ugly butterflies, I was like, guys, those are not ugly. They're like beautiful and pretty, and y'all are dumb. Just kidding. No one's dumb. Maybe I'm dumb. Maybe I'm like, oh, these are ugly, and everyone's like, oh my god, they're so beautiful. Because people really seem to like these on Instagram. I just think they're funny. I don't know. Okay, that was the run through. That's it. That sketchbook is done. Look at it. It's got mass. It's chunking. Yeah. Okay. That's it. There's my little clippies. Thanks for stopping by and watching this video. Hope you guys have a great day. Yeah. See you around.